So who would you compare him to?
I'll introduce into it. Number one, I will note that I think comps are really tricky because I think everyone is different. I think the context of the game is different. I think personalities are really different. Um, the only one that I will make, and it's like I will also caveat it by saying it is blasphemous because this is one of the best players that has ever existed. But like the Tim Duncan parallels to me are really interesting, just because Duncan was also the guy who came in and impacted winning right away. And he also was playing next to a more, got a David Robinson that was more established maybe than Allen is at this point, but certainly someone who was they formed a partnership and hit the ground running. I think that's like the one, just because I think both kind of quiet, both kind of defensive oriented guys that can play the 4, play the 5. We'll see what Mobley's offense looks like. He has to add more to kind of get even close to what Duncan was, and like his obviously his resume is nowhere near close to what Duncan did. And again, I think comps are flawed because I think they put a lot of weight. They can add weight to things that they don't need it. Like Mobley stands at his own 2 feet. But like that, if you're looking at like historical like precedents for what he's doing, like my novice NBA historian for instance, Tim Duncan, because Tim Duncan also came in and impacted winning in a certain way, and then grew up, and like Mobley could be that kind of guy. And again, I just will stress that it is very rare. Look at Garland, look at Sexton, even look at Okoro. Like the categories and rookies have not come in and impacted winning, whether it was in terms of raw wins or in terms of like the metric. Mobley has done that. In that sense, he's kind of his own like unique character in that regard.
Yeah. And when you do mention it too, like of course Duncan was even their first year probably a little bit better than Mobley was. I mean Duncan's probably 4 years older than Mobley was when they both came in the league. Duncan came in as a college senior.
Yeah, and like again, came into a different situation. Like I would like to know what you think about this. I didn't think the Cavs were going to be good this year. I didn't think that. I'm on that Cavs. We did an over-under betting show, and the Cavs over-under from Vegas was 26.5. I picked the under. I said they're going to win with fewer than 26.5 games. I thought they're going to be bad this year. I think like as much as I love the Mobley pick, I think they made a ton of sense. I did not think that was going to be like a thing that be a catalyst for them. I was like fairly optimistic about a lot of guys, and like I didn't think they were going to be this good right away, and it came out. And then A, they were, and B, like Mobley would be this good right away, and he came in, from playing USC, like 2 bigs, and you saw flashes of, and Summer League was underwhelming, and he's been just incredible, and it's hit the ground running in a crazy way.